Hello, I'm Cyrus Bales. I have a dedicated Legacy channel on YouTube called Crucible of Words. In my opinion, Legacy has some problems right now, and I think the stats show this too. There are two decks at the top of the meta that have been putting up more top 8 placings than any other deck. That's Oops All Spells and Blue Black Reanimator. They are two of the most played decks and are putting up over, 60% more top 8 placings than they should be for their meta share. Oops All Spells, in my opinion, just needs to die. It's too resilient, miserable to play with and against, and it warps the format hugely. I think Balustrade Spy and Understate Informer should both be banned, and to explain why, let's look at a card on the ban list, Hermit Druid. This card is banned because it's a one-card combo that mills your deck and wins you the game. Yes, it only costs 2 mana and has little in the way of deck building restrictions, but it's in green and has to survive an entire turn cycle. Compare that to the Oops All Spells creatures. They're in the Ritual and Disruption colours, and given all the double-faced lands we have, the deck building restrictions are basically minimal now. But the real kicker here is that the Oops All Spells creatures automatically win. They don't need to wait an entire turn cycle like Hermit Druid. So they don't open themselves up to any sort of common interaction at all, and it just ends the game immediately. I would rather play against Hermit Druid decks in Legacy than Oops All Spells creatures, and I think Oops All Spells creatures should be banned for that reason. Now, for Blue Black Reanimator, I said it would be the best deck if they didn't ban Entomb last time around, and here we are. The best case for banning Entomb can be found in the ban list article last time around. They highlighted the problems of wildly condensed games, and that the deck is exceptional at playing a fair game while threatening an intensely unfair game. They said the solution was that it must be a more committal synergy deck that isn't afforded the luxury of straddling the line between a tempo-y aggro deck and a combo deck. That is the perfect identification of the problem with the deck, and the card that enables those problems is Entomb. It makes the Reanimate package too small, and they just made a mistake and banned the wrong card last time around. It's time to ban Entomb, but we should unban Troll at the same time. That way, we'll have dedicated Reanimator decks that build their whole deck to put Attractor and Friends into play early on, and then we have a Tempo Reanimator deck maybe that gets back Trolls, Street Wraiths, Riverwinders, whatever, while still being a tempo deck. They don't get the massive card advantage guys, and they also don't get to auto-win the game with just having 10 slots in their deck as a thing that could just blow games to pieces. I'd also like to see Tamiyo banned, because it's another one of those Microspawn Ren and 6 type cards where it functions very differently in Legacy compared to the modern format in which it was designed for. Brainstorm and other cantrips have made it one of the very best things to be doing, and it creates some horrible play patterns early on in the game, and it's basically just everywhere right now, and it's kind of miserable in my opinion. What do I think Wizards will do? I think they'll piecemeal it and ban one card from Oops, something from Reanimator. Either they'll admit their mistake and ban Entomb, or they'll double down and ban something less relevant like Reanimate and not fix the problem. We might get a Tamiyo ban if they choose to keep Entomb and want to hurt the blue decks that way, but I suspect we're going to be wanting more bans later on in the year.